Hey God, I've been speaking since I didn't know I was muted.
Hey.
I don't explain go.
Yeah, I was just seeing the course of moving now. I was thinking maybe you were digesting. Well done, well done, well done.
Oh,
Let's give few people more room to join. Maybe
okay.
just few minutes more.
All right.
Maybe we should move on now.
All right. So I was trying to explain this query
Okay.
that um we're trying to populate the project progress table. So it has to be only 40 water sources and visit counts that is equal to 1 so that there will not be duplicates in our data. So the well pollution dot results not equal to clean means that only contaminated well sources. Then the water source dot type of water source in tap in unbroken or river means that we only want the tap in unbroken and river sources. Then the last condition is type of water sources should be shared tap, and those shared taps should only be the ones that the time in queue is greater than 30, because they explained earlier that if the time in queue is less than 30, that it is still within regulation or something according to a particular body. So only the ones that the time in queue is greater than 30. So and this is the result of the query that we ran.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I believe I can remove the time in queue now. It's not part of the original query, right?
Okay. Yeah, you can. You can. Awesome. Thank you. So, moving on. So now the next thing they ask us to do, that is talking about the practical plan. So we are basically contaminated or biologically contaminated. Prevention, pardon. So he said, so use some control flow logic to create, install UV filter or install RO. That is, there is supposed to be an improvement column where the test were contaminated, biological and IBA. What am I reading like this one? So it says install, it says use some control logic to create filter values in the improvement column where the results of the pollution test were contaminated, that is biological and then that's like three sets. Then think about the data you will need and which they know for the final what's it called alternative. So we are supposed to create what's it called improvement column. So it's called improvement, and we are supposed to run this. We will know based on um the source as that is what's it called, either UV light, UV filter, or R and shed more light to that, and then probably explain the solution to that. Anybody that is clearer to you and what you want to shed more light with? Yeah, who wants to jump on this? So he went further to explain that actually arrow filter and install UV and arrow filter values in the improvement column thing. So I guess this is, I'm not yet feeling the vibe of how I want to go about it. Vian, are you trying to talk?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I didn't hear that, please.
what page did you read from? What page did you read from, please?
I'm reading from page, what's it called? I think this is 1 minute, please. This is page 34.
From the table that we have, like from the thing that we've done already.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to use a case statement to replace, like to for the improvements, like to create another column, improvements. Now, in that improvements column, anywhere where we have contaminated biological, the thing that should be in the improvement column for the engineers to do is install UV filter. And if it is contaminated chemical, then to that's it basically. Then like other case statement, the shared tab. So for the rivers in page, the same page 34. So for rivers, the case statement
Sorry,
will read
sorry, Vian. Let's treat it one by
okay.
one the way they brought the question. So for now, we are treating the well one first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Um so for the someone is typing here. Okay.
Yes.
So let's take it that we are creating a new query with the things that we have already, especially the where clause. The where clause should be the same and every other thing. So
Copy this query, yeah?
no, yeah. It's all right. So excuse me, before the from, yes,
Yeah.
from. No, not there. Like you're from
Yeah.
before the from, like it's still part of the select statement. Yes, yeah. So like, yeah. So that's we can put the case there. So our first case, which is for contaminated biological and contaminated chemicals. So case when So when we have that our um, well pollution dot results so is equal to is equal to contaminated biological. So it should be in like in a text. Yeah. Yeah. Before the biological, contaminated is contaminated then colon biological, like space, biological. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Then yeah. Then install UV filter. So we make another case statement for contaminated chemicals. So you can just use when again, like since the case is already set. Yeah. Yeah. When well pollution the results. So you're changing the biological to chemical. Then install RO filter. So that's it. I think if you run this, you should wait. Sorry, you have to end it. So you are supposed to end the case. So
Uh,
end as improvements. So yeah, I think if you run this, you should. Is there? Is there an error?
No,
Okay.
it's
No.
announcement.
So that's
all right. Thank you so much, Jan. I mean, this is quite concise. Thank you. All right. So moving on. So they said in step 2. So now for the rivers, we upgrade those by drilling new well nearby. So it says we should add drill well to the improvement column for all river source. So for everywhere there is river source, we should add what's it called? What's it called? Drill well. So who wants to help us with that? Implementing drill well for everywhere there is source to be river. I think that would be type of water source, yes, to be river. Let me talk by. Are you sleeping already or you're here? How far do you want to jump on this one?
Oh, from where yes, I just continue from there. Um, no, before end I
Before enders, okay.
one type of worker says equal to area.
What?
Equal to river. Then river.
Try run it.
Yeah. River.
Okay. Thank you for that, Temitope. All right, moving on. They said check records to make sure you see drill well for the river sources. Then step 3, saying that for shared taps, next up, shared taps, we need to install one tap near each shared tap for every 30 minutes of queue time. For every 30 minutes of queue time, we need to install one tap. So this is my logic. So they've given us a kind of logic to work with. And since we already have what's it called? A case, so I'll just copy the condition and how it should be. So it's saying that where when type of water source, okay, we are supposed to complete it actually. So let me paste it in the chat box so that I can fill it up. And then I'm noticing something here. I think in our case, we are supposed to include the else. Although our table is already having null value, but it's saying else should have null. So in the structure of that case. Fermi, can you add that?
The null.
Be after every of the when, we should have else. No. No, not each one of them. No. At the end of it all.
Michael, are you there?
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, good. Thank you. So we are supposed to fill in this query I just copied in, saying for shared tap, type of water source equals to dash and dash. Then concat install, comma, floor, that is in brackets, comma, what's it called, taps nearby. So the value that we are dropping is going to go as follows. So who wants to help us with this? There are two conditions to why for this shared tab. There are two conditions, and then the way they want us to write it. Anybody, please. Pauline, Alpha. Pauline, are you there? You are muted again. Oh, you are muted now, or you are muted again. Okay. So who else would like to take this one? Anybody else? Okay, let me try. So I think for the water source, we'll put the shared tab. and time in Q greater than or equals to, let me see, I think it says greater than 30. Yeah, and when time for every 30, I'm fine. You need to install one tab near we need to every 30 minutes of time queue. Greater than 30 minutes. Sorry, greater than or equal to 30. Greater than or equal to 30. Okay, so for the concat, you say install time in queue divided by 30. Even though I'm not sure of the second condition, if that's the right condition that should go there. But let's see. Can you check where we have tab, share tab? I don't know. Is that second condition, is it correct? Anybody? Temitope from me. Is Vian still there?
Yeah,
I
it's
think it's
correct.
correct.
Okay.
So the first one that is wrong.
You said what?
I think, but maybe I think you should use the. Honestly, my phone is my laptop is dead already, so I have to check the list.
Temitope, I
The
can
first
barely
one,
hear you.
thank you. Please, can you read the thing again? I don't. I think the first condition is wrong. The greater than or equal to. I think it should be just greater than. Please, can you read it again?
The question, Abby.
Yes.
So it says next up shared tabs. We need, oh my goodness. So it says we need to install one tab near each shared tab for every 30 minutes of queue time. Okay, they actually gave us how to go by it too. Okay, I'm using floor. Yeah, because I want to round the calculation down. Say the queue time is 45 minutes. The result of 45 divided by 30 will be equals to 1.5, which should round to 2. We only want to install a second tab if the queue is greater than. Using floor will round down everything below 59 minutes to one extra tab. And if the queue is 60 minutes, we'll install two tabs and so on. So I think what we need to put there is actually 60 for what's it called?
No,
For
30 is
time in
correct.
queue.
Yeah, because there's some there are times. What about times like 45, like you said? So the 30 is correct. What I'm talking about is the greater than or equal to.
For which one?
The first condition.
The
Should it
second
be greater than or
condition.
equal to? No, the second condition is correct. It's the first condition that I'm not so sure.
What's the
The one of
first
greater
condition?
than
First
30.
condition is tap now.
Greater than or equal to 30. Yes, tell me where your mouse is. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying to.
Yes, I do, but I don't think it really matters because even if it's greater than 30, if it's 45, it's still going to run it down to 1. If it's 30, it's still going to run it. Or okay, wait.
What me I'm even deducing, what I'm deducing for what this guy is saying now is that we only want to add one more tap when the what's it called, the time for every 30 minutes. So which means they would already have a tap that they are sharing, which is already one. So we should start adding extra tap for them when the time is queue is actually more than 60. I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, I think what that proves is that if if you from the beginning it says that for every 30 minutes, then one tap, then it's still manageable. So 30 minutes plus 30, they should share two taps. Plus
Yeah,
60
so that
minutes
is
plus
one
30,
extra
they
tap.
share three taps. Do you understand? So that 30 is correct.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. The stuff is saying that there is already one tap on ground. So if their time in queue is 30 minutes, that one tap is enough for them. We don't need extra tap. Now, if their
Yes.
time in queue is actually double of 30 minutes, that is when they need one extra tap to make two tap because there is already a tap on ground for them before. So he only tell us the 30 minutes is the time of calculation for how many tap is needed. Now, if we are now judging by that, we need to know where this calculation is happening. Must be a case of the first tap that they already have, which is 30 minutes, and the extra tap that we are about to introduce. That is system. That is what is explaining in the second paragraph,
No,
saying
we're
that
not
he
wrong.
said he wants to install a second tap if the time in queue interests the point that you are trying to make also that the equal to will not be needed and it will just be greater than 60, not 30. Do you get my point
No,
now?
you're not getting. I get your point, but you're not getting it.
Okay.
What he's trying to say is that for every 30 minutes, there should be an extra tap. So 30 minutes extra tap, 30 minutes extra tap. Another 30 minutes, like so 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30. So in instances where we have like 240 minutes, that means 30 divided by 240 should give you a certain amount of tap in that location. So if you are using 60, then that means we are going to say, that means we are automatically saying that it should be 60 minutes. No, right? The question is saying it should calculate by 30 minutes.
We are calculating by
Do you
30.
understand?
Oh. You are the one not getting
Yes.
my point. Oh. Hold on. We are
Michael,
calculating by 30. Okay. What happened?
maybe I should say it
Sorry,
like
so,
this.
you said
Sorry
what?
that I cut. I said I don't know. Maybe I should explain like this. Maybe sorry that I cut you.
Okay.
So it's saying that for every 30 minutes, one tap
Mm,
is sufficient. But
mm,
the moment it is more than 30 minutes, so even if it's 33 minutes, you need
mhm.
an extra tap.
Yes.
So, and our what's it called now? Is it boundary now or yardstick is 30. So if we divide by 60 now,
We are not
and we have somewhere that
dividing by
is
60. Oh. That's where you are missing. That's
okay,
where we
what's
are missing the
oh,
point.
so
The
what do you say we
dividing
should where
is
do you say
by,
that is?
I think that's where Temitope is also missing. The flaw here, the division is happening by 30. That is how we have time in queue to be 60. If we divide it by, we will know that we are supposed to have two, what's it called? Two taps there, which will then denote
Okay,
one extra one. But that should only happen if in the real case, we should only have the case of trying to calculate for extra tap in the case whereby we already have what's it called, time in queue to be higher or to be greater than 60, which means they already have one tap that they are running before. For one
okay,
extra tap, that is the case. But the calculation of the number of tap is correct. Time in queue divided by 30. It is the timeline for their queuing, it is that should be 60 from what I'm reading. And I would like to read that later down everything below 59. Below 59, it will round it to one extra tap. If the, and so on. Well, it's sounding confusing now.
okay. So it's one extra tap. That means they already have one tap. But the fact that it is more than 30 minutes, but not up to 60 minutes, means it's going to be an extra tap. It's saying we should round down because if we round up now, if we now have say 45 divided by 30, it's going to give us 1.5. And if we round up, it will be 2. That means we're going to be having 2 extra taps for that makes it 3 taps for 45 minutes. I don't know if I have not complicated the issue.
Okay.
No, you've not. Michael is the one that is not understanding.
He's saying that if we
Okay.
round up, that means we'll have our calculation will give us 2 extra taps plus the one that was there originally. So that means that 45 minutes now will not be 3 taps, whereas we just need 30 minutes to 1 tap. So that's why we're rounding down with that. As long as the extra on top is not up to 30, we're still going to round down because the boundary is 30 minutes to 1 tap. I
Okay.
don't know if
The boundary is 30 minutes to 1 tap.
to 1 tap, yes.
Okay.
So for every 30 minutes, they should add one extra tap.
Okay. For every 30 minutes, we should add 1 extra tap. So is it that this our floor is supposed to have something extra? Is that what you're saying?
So it's correct like this.
No, the guy was explaining why he used floor instead of the regular round.
Because
Oh,
floor is
okay,
going to
okay,
round
okay.
down, not round up.
Oh, now I
So you
get
have
it
like
now. Now I get
1.5.
it now.
Floor will
Okay.
just pick just
So
one. So rounding.
all the 60 minutes stuff he's talking about, he's just trying to explain the reason for the floor.
Yes.
Okay, okay. That's good. So are we good like this, or we are still removing the equal to?
We should
I think
remove.
we
I don't
should.
know. I think we should remove.
I think we should. Yeah.
Do
I
we
think it's
run it?
correct like this.
Because I haven't.
Okay. All right, lovely. So moving on. So it says use this. Okay, so number 4, it says in home tabs. So lastly, let's look at this. These tabs indicate broken infrastructures. So add a case statement to local infrastructure. So we have to add what's it called? An extra final query should now return blah blah blah. Okay, so our question here is we should add a case to diagnose local infrastructure. So updating broken will help us with that. Fortune, do you want to try this one?
Oga, I
Hello,
cannot
Fortune, are
try
you
you.
there? Calm down now. It's not that hard. Hmm? Okay. Who wants to jump on this one? Temitope?
After the one we did, when tapping on button,
Okay.
when tapping on subscriber, then diagnose.
Diagnose what space?
Make one
Diagnose
request on that.
diagnose local infrastructure. Awesome. Can we run it?
Yes, I have. Right.
Awesome. So it says, so finally, our final query should now return 25,398 rows of data with river, various wells, shared tabs, and broken tabs flagged for improvement. And importantly, no null values. So can we check that our improvements column does not have any null value?
We have plenty there.
Only one row.